Hey, yo! What is up, Bucketheads? Welcome back to another edition of Rust Bucket TV. My name's Jason, aka Vizzle. Sitting next to me,
Jameson, or half of a nickel.
and we are back
And
this
Jude.
week. Oh, Jude is here. And we are back this week testing servers for you. We're not going to flap our gums too much here in the beginning. We got a lot of info coming up for you in video. So, Jameson, what do you say we roll that footage and shred some red?
Heck yes. 3, 2, 1, bang.
All right, so we are getting into the test server. Nickel had some problems logging into this session.
Right, this is the third session. They were so full. Everybody wanted to get the Kaji.
So,
Which was weird because I saw like none when I was doing my battles.
quick look at the hangar, setting it up. Got the ultimate Lancelot,
Yeah.
the ultimate glider. Which, what are the differences as far as the ultimate glider versus the regular?
All of its stats are double.
Double healing after phase shift.
Double speed after phase shift.
There's been some speculation as far as what it'll work with. I am almost positive the regular glider worked with the Angler, the Ravana. The Ravana's ability is considered a phase
Gosh,
shift.
that thing is so freaking fast.
Kaji already right off the bat loving that speed. What are we looking at for base stats on the speed?
And I'm pretty sure you can cap beacons while you're invisible. Which is not something you can do with phase shifts.
Little bit of a discrepancy here as far as what we think. Honestly, this version of the Kaji, this will be the closest one that we'll see on the live server. I've noticed right off the bat, the mines, after they're deployed, seem to be a little more visible on the battlefield.
As well as the timer, the counter on the back being a mine counter.
Right, we got that
To
figured
see
out.
how many are deployed, and it goes down when they are exploded.
So while we're on the topic of the mines, obviously we're getting a good look at some of the new weapons on some older builds.
This
But
match does not go very hot at all.
while we're on the topic of the mines, what are their benefits? What kind of damage do they do? What do you get from them?
Damage itself is pretty minimal, but just the like the abundance of effects is just absurd.
Okay. What are we looking at?
So we're looking at a not DOT. I'm saying we're looking at like a
EMP?
EMP, some sort of suppression with the pilot, with his name is Crabwalker for right now. It's like a lockdown, I think, and Deathmark.
So you get the whole circle of effects.
And then with the drone, it's with the drone. Okay, so the pilot, you get EMP. And then with the drone, you get to do more damage to people that are death marked, which seems kind of crazy if you think about it, because isn't that what death mark is?
It's a death mark.
It's a death mark. And on top of that, people who you death mark will get lower damage output. So that's where the sort of suppression comes in.
Here's the thing I'm looking at right off the bat, though. I'm not sure.
But it's not listed as suppression, so I don't think suppression immunities will work against it.
I'm not sure the new weapons are going to be a great fit for it.
Oh, yeah, no. They seem like very... I mean, their damage on themselves, it's just like with the... It's just like with the Skyros. Like, you don't really use the Skyros for its firepower.
Yeah, it's just Terrans. Those UE Tarans just cut fast. They're like auto fire, rapid fire. Very nice, very nice. Had a little technicality problem here this morning. So, and yes, it's morning. The boy's drinking the coffee. Little change this morning. Oh, you did that. You really did that. There we go. Peek behind the curtain. That's how you do sometimes. So, getting out.
Right, I could have been sleeping in for you.
Getting out the Eiffel right now. So, this is definitely.
This is one of my favorite Titans.
Still definitely a very
And
viable build too.
Right, you just have to be smarter than I am with this. I got restless.
It happens sometimes. A match isn't going your way. You get desperate and try and do things to turn the tide, and
Especially because, I mean, my team is meching at like half the match. Like, come on now. I know it's a test server and people running meta because, I mean, people are stupid. But, not you guys, but.
well, and
You know what I mean.
right, and maybe that's not it. You know what we could be looking at. We could be looking at a lot of people who don't want to have a chance to run meta like that.
Yeah.
They want to see what it's like,
But again,
but we know.
don't.
I mean-
maybe catch their test server for themselves.
Or at least not so much meta, maybe, because yeah, this again, we've said this a number of times, and it's not. I'm not trying to get on my soapbox, but if you're on the test server is for testing new equipment and for testing out potential rebalances.
Maybe even some hidden gems.
So you really want to focus, right? So you really
Like
want
this.
to you really want to focus on that type of play when you're on the test server. And the very important thing, I know I've said this before, and no one likes to hear it, but the very important thing is to make sure you get that survey filled out afterwards, because
Correct.
that's where all the big stuff comes in. You don't like how the Kaji walks. You don't like how the landmines are deployed. You don't like
You can write
its
about
ability. Yeah, that's your time to change the game.
And their team reads that stuff.
I'm-
I mean, everybody is clowning Pixonic, but when it comes to the test server, they really pay attention to what people don't like and try to change it while keeping like their vision of the bot alive. Because like, keep in mind, if you don't like that the bot throws mines, well, I mean, you can write about it, but kind of screw you because that's the whole gimmick.
But the other thing too is,
Also, they don't expire. That might be something to write about.
haha, every now and again, you'll get rewarded for filling out that survey on the test server. They'll send you data pads or something like that. So,
Right. Like, I've gotten, what was it, like 5 reds? And it said, thank you for testing.
yep.
Just little things. They appreciate that stuff.
So definitely a good way to get resources out there. But again, I understand, why some people want to run things like swords and tets on the test server. There's a lot of people that still don't have those bots, and they're fun bots to use.
Yeah.
It cracks me up whenever I see people in comments talking about how a build takes no skill, or a certain bot is a skillless bot, and most of the time if you're able to look at the hangers, you can tell that person doesn't really have access to that bot just yet. Which is another reason why you won't catch us, really dogging a bot saying, it's terrible or it's trash or
Right,
don't
'cause
use
like-
it, because we've been there.
How many people are trashing the England? Big Drop in Dead City? And how many people are trashing the Baglior? Or like they were trashing the Baglior on release, saying that it'll never be meta. And then here's everybody jumping on the bandwagon with the scatties and tails. And now you got them nerfed. You ruined it for everybody.
I might have
It's
been,
just a prank. It's just a
I
prank.
might have been partially to blame for that. But either way, some fun stuff coming down the pipes. Not sure how I feel about the new rockets, or about the new missile-based weapons. I definitely like the names. We got the boom, the pow, the bash. I'm not sure what they are, but they literally are.
Bash, boom, pow.
Bash, boom, pow. I was right.
No,
So.
okay, from light to heavy. Bash, pow. Well, no, pow, bash, boom.
I feel like I'm in the middle of a 1950s Batman episode right now. One thing though, I'm hesitant to really go to these weapons and start using them just because if we look at trends with other missile-based weapons, hurricanes, dooms, smites, and disciplines, the outlook for these not good as well. Not sure how I'd really counter these weapons right off the bat though. I will be honest with you, if you watch their trajectory, their deployment and their trajectory, very, very hard to take cover behind something.
Why don't we segue into those? One, phase shift, always a fireable option, obviously. Two, cover vertically.
So think the tunnels underneath carrier,
The bridges on
Yamantau. Think the middle spot on Yamantau right now.
middle spot on Moon.
Yep.
And 3, since they fire single shot and focus all of their damage into one wave, any shield that is energy, even Anson's, yes, because they will tank all that damage as if it was just their full HP. Even if you do like 10 million damage with them, which I do here coming up on an Ultimate Lancelot, 1.2 million on a shield. So yeah, it'll tank it just as if it was like the 150,000 of the output. And 4, I don't know if there's a 4. Dashes, if you juke them just correctly.
That's just good work. And stealth.
Yes, and stealth. As well as invisibility.
Some of those are gonna be a little tougher though, and I'm gonna tell you right now with the energy shield,
But no.
especially like the energy shield and some of your power cell based methods for avoiding these missiles. Look at the reload time on them. Very short right now. So if you are going to rely on the energy shield or a power cell based avoidance, make sure you find cover right after that.
Right. And since the reload is so low, you see, I was able to almost get 2 if the match didn't end. I was. Let me take a break real quick. If the match didn't end there, since the reload is so short, I would have been able to get 2 shots off with groundwork bonus.
So here we noticed a few.
Just one.
Oh yeah, another interesting nuance.
Here's
with
another
these
spot.
rockets.
Here's another spot that you can counter that Dreadnought.
So Bagliore 101 from Nickel. What are you doing here?
I threw my turret the other way.
You're what?
My teleturret. If you're new, that's what I call the turret. And then I walk the other way so I can gain more distance. And I think I even get a kill here. So yeah, I'm just taking advantage of that timer. Most people don't do that anymore. Bang. And then I head over to the exact opposite side of the map, taking full advantage.
One salvo. Wow. That's what makes me nervous about these weapons right here.
Y'all already know I'm gonna be running this. Oh, my bad. Courtesy. So, take out another sword real quick. Think I'm gonna get another one. No, I kind of avoided throw my escape route. And that really pays off here. Always throw an escape route in the bag anyway. Because I probably did 1 million damage to that thing. Look at my health bar.
Wow. Good thing the turret was away. So here, you notice
Knew I would have been cooked if I didn't have that.
Nickel fired on him while he was still close. The sword teleported back to over 700 meters away,
And they went back up just like the Kistons.
the
And
missiles
went back.
followed him. So very interesting there. Some timing and skill, you know, will be involved to really make that work every
I
time.
think I take advantage of it. Yeah, a lot of game knowledge. I just Yep.
Very
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
You
I'm
missing
actually-
one?
Yeah, I'm missing one. Oh, you know what I should have ran that I realize now, looking at that theory?
Ultimate Redeemer, Baglior. Could have been nasty. Oh, that could have been nasty.
With the groundwork? Every single one of those high damage shots
Oh,
would get that.
and as fast as those fires.
You would get so many shots to take advantage of
Where's
that.
your buddy back? Is that just a full hanger of swords on the test server? Like, what are we doing?
Right, come on, guys.
Speaking of test server and feedback, don't know if we mentioned it in this video. We had a brief mid-event rebalance here recently. Sam
Right.
Jock, one of the bots that, or actually really the only bot that got rebalanced down. It got an HP buff, but the turret damage got lowered and the
Sunstorm has a greater cooldown.
greater cooldown on the ability. We saw Hale's getting a little bit of a damage reduction. Scotty's getting a damage reduction.
I did it again there.
But,
it's really not hard to take advantage of that nuance that I found. It's just game knowledge.
Bro, just cut me clean off. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just game knowledge and learning like how many slices the swords have, like when Scorpions will teleport back, when Shenlus will teleport back. Dude, imagine how crazy Shenlus is. Get him riding the wave.
Ultimate Terrans on a Shenlue might go kind of hard too.
Oh, I did not realize.
What was I saying? Oh, the Hells and Scotties got a little bit of a damage reduction, shorter reload time on them. Gausses might start seeing more Gauss and Webers out on the battlefield now. We got a damage increase,
As well as
a max level reduction, so shorter time to reach max level. And I believe, was there a little bit of a longer reload?
maybe it's 2 seconds now because it was 1 second. And keep in mind the 4 charges, 4 charge levels. It was 4 with Power Man when it was 7.
So that's gonna be crazy. Power Man free for everybody.
Power Man is free for everybody if you have
So what are we complaining about? They just got rebalanced and everyone was upset about it not long ago, and now here they are making it right.
They listen. They listen.
So we will admit and we agree. You know, there's a lot that could be improved with War Robots. The matchmaking, as you could tell from our last stream, the matchmaking still gets a little wonky from time to time. But you know, at the same
And
time,
we know we're not happy to be on either side.
at the same time, we also see it though. You higher member players inviting your lower league clanmates to squad with you.
Right, come on.
You're kind of setting them up for
Check
that.
our last stream, like towards the middle, we had a champ fighting with like private freeze.
Silver.
Felt so bad.
But either way, we never know until
Look
after
at me
the
trying to
match.
melee the mines. Look, and then here's something I realized. Look, they levitate up and they're going towards him. Look, that catches me off guard. Look, they're exploding on him.
So are they magnetized? They must be magnetized.
I don't know.
If you get within so many meters of them, they must. I mean, obviously, they're magnetized and attract towards you. I'm gonna like this mod a lot, I think.
Oh. So yeah, two things, if I haven't already realized this, that are different about, no, three things that are different about invisibility as opposed to phase shift is one, you can cap evens.
Did you notice that 100% you can?
Yeah, I did it in, let's see,
That might be changed. I wonder if it changed.
two, you can heal
In
during
invisibility?
invisibility.
Really? I wonder
I
if
hit
those
my
are bugs.
I hit my actives during invisibility.
I wonder if those are bugs
And
changed.
three, it's like a phase shift, but if you get close enough to someone, it deactivates and they can see you again. So like I'm completely invisible to that bear up there, if he looks at me. But then if I get too close, then I'll reappear. That's how the Tet was able to fire at me while I was like meleeing, throwing mines at him.
I got you. Can you take damage while you're invisible?
Yes,
That makes sense. So then it's not a phase shift. You're just invisible.
yeah, it's like a better stealth.
That makes complete sense. I'm not mad at that at all.
But
What's the radar look like when you're against an opposing Kaji? I haven't noticed.
exactly, nobody ran to me. I went against one, and I immediately killed it with my dagger.
Thing is, I'm gonna like this bot. I do like the fast bots. This looks like it's gonna be a fun
But so yeah, I think that the bag wheel. I don't know. I think invisibility will get like an active mod to counter it, just like Quantum.
one.
See, like, he was looking at me while I was invisible.
Where are they gonna get X-ray vision? That'd be cool. But as we're wrapping up the action, just a quick reminder again: if you're going to get on the test server, we understand wanting to run things like the sword and the tet, but make sure you run some of the newer equipment and make sure you fill out that survey at the end.
Fill out that form.
It'll help make the game better, and odds are you're going to get a nice little reward for it of some sort at the end. So appreciate you guys for hanging through to the end of this one. We will be back this coming Friday with our regular live stream schedule. And so far, the way it's looking for next week, we will be back on track for 250 Tuesday. Beefy bonus will be in effect. A lot of fun. He showed up the other day. And when Beefy shows up to the live stream chat during 250 Tuesday and says hi to you guys, what's that mean?
Double the meat, double the details.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to miss that. So join us this Friday for our upcoming Fun Friday live stream. And then join us this coming Tuesday for 250 Tuesday. Appreciate y'all for being here. What am I forgetting?
Much love. Make sure to like that, subscribe that like, and bong that gong, so you don't miss out on a future video or live stream.
And if you don't stay here, you don't stay tuned, then you can't stay rusty. So don't forget all that, ladies and gentlemen. Stay rusty, my friends.
And we will see you out on that invisible battlefield.